Welcome back to Drive Dynasty. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most anticipated returns in the automotive world, the 2026 Mazda RX-8. Yes, the Rotary legend is officially back, and Mazda has packed this new generation with modern engineering, bold design choices, and the kind of driver-focused personality that made the original RX-8 a cult icon. So sit back and let's explore everything from the exterior and interior to performance, features, and pricing. Right away, the design of the 2026 RX-8 tells you Mazda wanted to honor the past while fully embracing the future. You still get that long hood and those tight rear proportions that always made the RX-8 look eager to pounce, but now the lines are sharper, lower, and more sculpted. The front fascia has evolved into a more aggressive interpretation of Mazda's Kodo design language. Slim LED headlamps stretch across the upper corners like focused eyes, and the new three-piece grille setup funnels air toward both the rotary housing and the battery cooling system. Yes, that's right, the 2026 RX-8 is a rotary hybrid, and we'll get into that in a moment. From the side, the car sits lower than the previous RX-8, with a wider stance and pronounced fender arches that actually resemble the RX Vision concept Mazda teased years ago. The iconic freestyle rear doors make their return, but this time they're sleeker, frameless, and electronically assisted to address the rigidity issues of the older design. Mazda found a way to keep that unique look without compromising the structure, which is a huge win. Along the back, the LED taillights feature a circular pattern that nods to the spinning rotor itself. You've got dual exhaust outlets integrated into a black diffuser, and depending on the trim, you can also get an exposed carbon fiber rear lip. This all comes together to create a car that looks modern, aggressive, and unmistakably RX-8. Mazda didn't just revive a name, they revived an identity. Inside the 2026 RX-8, the car feels more premium and driver-centric than ever before. Slide into the driver's seat and you get a cockpit that blends analog soul with modern tech. The steering wheel is compact and nicely weighted, with real aluminum paddle shifters behind it. In front of you is a digital cluster with rotary-themed animations. When you rev the engine, the tachometer animation spins in a triangular pattern instead of a circle, replicating the shape of the rotor. It's a small touch but one Rotary fans are going to love. The center console houses a large infotainment display running Mazda's newest operating system, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unlike many modern sports cars, Mazda kept physical controls for the climate system and a proper rotary dial for the infotainment, something enthusiasts who hate touchscreen-only setups will appreciate. The materials have gotten a major upgrade as well. You can spec synthetic leather, Alcantara accents, or full Nappa leather depending on the trim. Optional red contrast stitching and rotary-shaped air vents add more personality. Seating in the back remains surprisingly usable for a sports car thanks to the returning freestyle doors. While adults won't want to spend hours back there, Mazda carved out enough space to make short trips comfortable. The trunk also offers decent room for a weekend getaway or daily errands, something that gives the RX-8 a bit more practicality compared to traditional two-seat sports cars. Now let's talk performance, because that's where the 2026 RX-8 really makes a statement. Powering the car is Mazda's brand new 1.6-liter twin-rotor Skyactiv R hybrid engine. The Rotary acts primarily as a high-revving generator and range extender but also delivers torque directly to the wheels at higher RPMs. Combined with the electric motor, the system produces around 330 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. Thanks to instant electric torque and the Rotary's smooth high-rev power, the RX-8 launches from 0 to 60 in the mid-4-second range. The hybrid setup also eliminates the poor fuel economy and emissions issues that plagued Rotary engines of the past. The car uses a lightweight chassis and rear-wheel drive layout with a near-perfect weight distribution. Mazda tuned the suspension to be firm but not punishing, making the RX-8 both a fun canyon carver and a usable daily driver. With the available performance package, you get adaptive dampers, Brembo brakes, and a limited slip differential, transforming the car into a genuinely track-capable machine. Steering feel is sharp and communicative, and even though the hybrid system adds some complexity, Mazda kept the driving experience pure and engaging. Pricing for the 2026 RX-8 comes in surprisingly competitive. The base model starts around $38,000, which makes it accessible for a performance-focused sports car with this level of engineering. The mid-range touring trim bumps that to around $44,000, adding upgraded interior materials, more tech, and a few optional exterior packages. The fully loaded Performance Edition sits near $52,000 and includes the adaptive suspension, larger brakes, carbon accents, and exclusive color options. Considering the performance numbers and the unique rotary hybrid system, these prices place the RX-8 right in the sweet spot between sporty affordability and premium excitement. Mazda didn't just reintroduce the RX-8, they reinvented it. By embracing hybrid technology while keeping the spirit of the Rotary alive, they created a car that stays true to its heritage but fits perfectly into the modern era. It's stylish, innovative, practical enough for everyday use, and still delivers the kind of driving excitement enthusiasts crave. If you're someone who loves cars with character and soul, this new RX-8 is going to speak your language. That's going to wrap up today's deep dive here on Drive Dynasty. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Mazda RX-8, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment letting me know what car you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.